Top 5 reasons why you should give Persona 3 Reload a chance. First reason, every time you start a turn-based battle, you're gonna hear... And that sound is just engraved into my mind already. First real reason, the characters. So the Persona games are fantastic RPGs, awesome stories and characters, and in my opinion, Persona 3 has the best cast of characters out of all of them. Seriously, you can only take so many party members with you, and it's so hard deciding who to squeeze into your party, or who to spend time with.
I feel like going to Tartarus and raising some hell.
Basically, bunch of kids, students by day, and they spend their nights hunting shadow monsters.
You got a problem?
There's a cast of relatable characters with their own distinct personalities, backgrounds and insecurities that you can explore further by spending time with them and developing your social links. Reason 2. Reload is brilliant for brand new players. Persona 3 is ultimately an RPG all about decision making and managing your time. It's a blend of managing your high school studies and daily life, then exploring Tartarus at night.
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
Tartarus is an explorable dungeon where you can level up, battle, and capture shadows. Unless you want to eBay some old copies, the only way to buy Persona 3 before this remake was the digital version of Persona 3 Portable. And as amazing as Persona 3 is, arguably the portable version is the worst way to experience the game for the first time. You can't even walk around the world.
How unfortunate. I'll just return to my room then.
Be aware that Reload does not include all of the extra content added in some of the different versions of Persona 3, which is a bit silly. Maybe Atlus are planning to add this content as DLC.
What the heck, dude?
But I still believe that Persona 3 Reload is the best way to experience Persona 3. Huge visual upgrades, new art style is gorgeous, better user interface, new combat mechanics and improvements, new side stories and activities, and new or remixed music.
I will.
Quickie, really want to level up my subscriber count because that's going to unlock early review copies of games. I cover lots of RPGs. I'm going to talk more about Persona 3 Reload once I've finished it, and I'm currently replaying and revisiting every mainline Final Fantasy game in order to talk about each game every month. Thank you. Reason 3. I've touched on a little, but there's so many gameplay improvements with Reload. I keep wanting to say Reloaded, it's Reload. There used to be this tiredness system where your crew become exhausted over time, or from getting KO'd in combat, and a tired character would be really ineffective at exploring Tartarus until they got lots of rest. But that tiredness system is completely gone now. I didn't mind the tiredness system too much, sometimes it could be annoying, but also I'd swap out tired characters and bring in characters I might not normally use, which is kind of nice. But overall I think this is going to be a good change for new players.
I'm fine. I've just been squatting over my chair this whole time.
Tartarus has also been overhauled in general. The original could get a little bit grindy and repetitive, but there's a lot of improvements here to keep the dungeon crawling feeling fresh, including small additions like a few destructible objects, as well as massively overhauled visuals. There's a few new combat additions. Shift allows you to pass your turn to another character after exploiting an enemy's weakness or scoring a critical hit. Theurgy is a new mechanic, an ultimate-like skill for every character that you'll have to fill a limit break bar for.
Theurgy! With the power of 2.
And a rollback function that allows you to go back a few turns in combat. Reason 4. That's stylish art and music. Over time the series really leveled up in terms of design, and with Persona 5 we got a really slick, wicked art style. The graphical user interface in combat is one of the best I've ever seen. Now, going back to Persona 3, we get to inject all that new stuff into all this old stuff. I mentioned that I thought Persona 3 had the best cast of characters, and that was in terms of storytelling and their character designs and artwork. Just everything is dialed up to 11, it looks incredible. We've got the modern city aesthetics, but also the supernatural elements with Tartarus looking fresh and atmospheric, while animations in combat are gorgeous. It may not be Unreal Engine 5, it's 4, but even still, they really make the most of its shadows and lighting. I played Persona 4 before 3, and going into 3 I was a little bit worried when I heard there was rap music. It's not my kind of thing, but rest assured it is fine. The soundtrack as a whole is incredible, and the music really enhances every aspect of gameplay or storytelling. Like I said, freaking love it every time I encounter a shadow and I get to hear Reason 5, engaging strategic gameplay. So it's turn-based combat with an elemental wheel. It's quite satisfying exploiting enemies' weaknesses and being rewarded with extra turns and special attacks. And those shadows you find in Tartarus, you can capture them and make use of them in combat or merge them with other shadows and personas to try and complete the collection. It's surprisingly addictive. I don't want to say it's akin to Pokemon, but Persona is a spin-off or derivative of the Shin Megami Tensei series that actually does that Persona collecting even better, and that was around before Pokemon even started. So there's strong roots in these games' franchises. Strong music, characters, story, gameplay. If you have any interest in JRPGs or even Final Fantasy, check out the Persona series. And if I still haven't fully convinced you, or it costs too much, Game Pass is an option if you play on PC or Xbox. Peace for now.